Ich heiße Sie herzlich willkommen, liebe Zuhörerinnen und Zuhörer, zu unserer neuesten Maikes Raumzeit-Episode. Mein Gesprächspartner heute ist Chris Bedi, Chief Customer Officer bei ServiceNow. Er widmet sich der Aufgabe, Kunden dabei zu unterstützen, den maximalen Nutzen aus ihrer Reise mit ServiceNow zu ziehen. In unserem Gespräch tauchen wir gemeinsam ein in Themen wie beispielsweise die vielschichtige Rolle von KI bei der Transformation von Prozessen in Marketing, Vertrieb, wie auch im Service. Und zudem sprechen wir über aktuelle Herausforderungen und Chancen. Da mein Gesprächspartner englischsprachig ist, wechseln wir jetzt auf Englisch. And my first question is always, in your own words, who are you and what's your role at ServiceNow?
Sure. Chris Bedi, I'm the Chief Customer Officer at ServiceNow. My role is very, very simple. It's make sure all of our customers are happy and make sure they're getting the most out of the ServiceNow platform, which means a lot of different things and different things every day, but that's what makes it fun.
So now I know my last question. What is the most fun about it? I don't know. But no, first question is, let's talk about Gen AI and or AI
Sure.
in general as well. How do you see the role of Gen AI in transforming, whether it's marketing, sales, or service processes?
I think AI is truly one of those generational technology shifts that we are in the very early stages of. And I think just like when the browser was first invented or when mobile first came on the scene, people probably didn't envision, when mobile first came out, people likely didn't envision Instagram.
No.
As an example. But, and I think we're in the very, very early stages. And so the possibilities are really exciting. And when one talks about AI, I think we have to remember that there's multiple kinds of AI. There's machine learning based AI, there's generative AI, and now agentic. And the power, I think, is having all of those in one platform. Because for any given business problem, business opportunity, it's never going to be purely Gen AI, purely agentic, or purely machine learning. The power is in having all of those at your fingertips and available. But equally, AI is only as good as the platform it's attached to. A model in isolation, which is doing interesting things, whether it's making predictions or generating content or generating code, or coming up with an action plan, which is what agentic can do very powerfully. You can reason and come up with a plan. But if it doesn't have the ability to execute that plan, it's really not that useful. So when I'm talking with customers, what I'm seeing them more and more saying, AI plus data to fuel the AI, and quite honestly, to solve any problem, you need data that's scattered probably across the enterprise. And then the third is workflow capabilities to execute it. And that combination is what I think customers are seeing, what we are seeing as the ability. The framing I use is to move from incremental gains to exponential gains. And that's, I think, really what's exciting right now.
Yeah. You said we're an early stage, and it sounds like it is a very complex, let's say, project. Where do you see the biggest challenges still now in these early stages for the customers?
Yeah. Well, you mentioned that it's complex. Again, our goal at ServiceNow is to really shield the customers from all that complexity. So if you think about our platform, we give you the ability to use any model you like. You can use our models. You can use third-party models like ChatGPT. You can use Gemini. We also integrate with, partnered with NVIDIA. So really what we're trying to do, and the latest manifestation is our Agentic Studio, where our customers can create their own agentic agents, and you don't need a PhD in AI to do it. Your existing ServiceNow team, as long as they know the business problem they're trying to solve, they can go create agents. And we're seeing customers start to do that in a matter of 3 to 4 weeks. So where are the biggest challenges, to answer your question? I think organizations, almost every enterprise I talk to, is very, very busy defining their AI strategy. And it starts with outcomes. And what outcomes am I focused on? And it's not one, it's actually multiple. And the good news is if you take a platform approach, you can address all of them at once. One of them is speed. How do I increase the speed at which my company operates? Second is around productivity. How do I drive productivity through every single persona in the company, no matter what the job or what the role is? And then the third, and we haven't had this available to us before, effectiveness of the human being.
Okay.
AI can actually improve the effectiveness because it's arming that human with a lot more intelligence, decision-making, capability to multitask, all of those things.
Yeah.
So AI talent and AI education is a big topic with our customers. How do I help my heads of the departments understand what their department needs to look like in an AI-first world? Second challenge I think they have is there's a lot of different technology coming at our customers, especially with AI. And when they see more of a platform-based approach, it actually simplifies things a lot. Because it's not I'm buying an AI model over here, I'm buying a chatbot over here. Maybe in the middle I'm buying like an automation layer. It's all on one platform and it's all integrated. So that challenge we're definitely helping with a lot. But if I had to summarize the three, it would be getting their arms around their AI strategy, equipping their existing talent to operate in an AI-first world, and then the three, the architecture.
Yeah. Very interesting that you're saying about the education and kind of helping the talents within the company. But can you share maybe some feedbacks with us, how customers are so far using the technology or how they're embracing it?
Yeah. One of the biggest use cases is actually in the CRM area, right? Every organization wants to serve their customers better, and they want to lower their cost of serving the customer. So whether it's British Telecom, Teleperformance, they're using our platform in their customer support call centers to give their customers an AI-first self-service experience. So deflecting the work from actually even coming in. But if it does come in, then they're able to respond to the customer's issue that much faster. So we are seeing deflection rates and self-service rates in the 70+%. So 70+% can be answered by AI on a portal, on a mobile, via a chatbot, which is tremendous gain because it frees up that much labor internally to go focus on net new things they could be doing for the customer. We're seeing that highly adopted in, think about organizations like IT, HR, finance, procurement, companies deploying Gen AI, agentic AI, and to start to drive not incremental, but exponential productivity gains. And most recently, what I started to hear more and more about is this concept of especially in these support departments, internal support departments, zero headcount support department, saying, why can't agentic and Gen AI just handle all of it? And it may be a North Star, like an aspirational goal, but I think leaders are starting to set those goals knowing that, even if they come up a little bit short, it's still exponentially better than where they are today.
You're saying there's like 75% or 80% that AI can generate self-service wise. I heard not long ago Trevor Noah talking about the idea of, the question that companies are able to actually, let go all their employees because AI is doing the job. But he mentioned, no, actually, that would be the worst thing to do because actually, if you don't have any employees anymore, you don't have any creativity anymore within the company, knowledge and all the things that you kind of create, new products, new services, all that. It would be kind of contradictory to actually let them go. What would be your opinion on that?
For sure. I didn't know Trevor Noah talked a lot about AI, but in this case, I absolutely agree with them. And if you think about it just for a second, if you ask the question of any enterprise leader, could you be doing more to serve your customers in a better way, in a more meaningful way? Would you like to bring new solutions to your customers? The answer inevitably will be yes. Is there enough people to go think about that, create new ideas, bring it to market? The answer to that also would be no. So I think AI is really freeing people up from the routine work. It's always going to, we believe technology in the service of humans, not the other way around. And so I absolutely agree. I think it's going to free people up, their creativity skills, their innovation skills, to say what net new products and services can I create for my customer to make their lives easier.
Yeah. You mentioned CRM. You've announced beginning of this year that you are going now more into CRM as ServiceNow. Can you tell me more about what this new vision looks like?
Sure. I think we've been in CRM.
Okay.
Probably close to 9 years now.
Okay.
And what we've been doing is taking a bit of a different approach than the landscape out there. We started in customer service. We've expanded that to sales, to order management, CPQ. We just announced an acquisition in that area. Post-sales, renewals, post-sales, customer success, making sure the customer is getting the value out of the product they're consuming. So if you think about it from sales to ordering to service, all the way to field service, all on one workflow-based platform underpinned with AI. And that doesn't exist in the market. It doesn't exist. And so customers are really loving the fact that they can do this all on one platform. And the other thing that I would say about it is in the CRM area, it's super important that it's tied together with your other departments, right? Serving your customer is a team sport. So the fact that ServiceNow is already present in the finance department, in the procurement department, it really orchestrates the whole company and brings it all together to serve their customer all the way from sales to service. And if you think about organizations like I'll talk about ones that I know are where we can use their name, but maybe also ones where I'll anonymize it. If you think about Starbucks using us, manage store closing and openings, the store people have an issue, a consumer has an issue. Starbucks mobile app has ServiceNow in it. You have cable companies using us in 20,000 person call centers, logistics companies using us for their small, medium, large, and consumer customer service use cases. You will have tech companies using us end-to-end, sales order management, CPQ, automotive companies using us for dealer management, banking companies, dispute management, insurance companies, claims. So the point there being on this one platform, we've also created many, many industry-specific CRM solutions, whether it's automotive, banking with dispute management, insurance with claims management, tech company solutions. So it truly is what the market has needed for a long time, a workflow-based approach on a platform that has the best AI with industry-specific solutions.
It's maybe now a more, let's say, provocative question, but let's say the platform is there, technology provides a 360 actually view in the customer. Are organizations with all the different departments actually open for that or ready for that 360 view on the customer?
I think the reality is they've been cobbling together a 360-degree view of the customer in things like Excel, lots of human labor, burning a lot of human calories to get there because it's not optional for a company not to have a 360-degree view of its customer. If they don't have one, they're obviously going to not work as well as somebody who does have one. So I think organizations have had these views. It's just how many calories are you burning to get there? And we reduce that dramatically.
Based on your conversation with customers, what are the topics that are currently at the top of the agenda? CEOs, CIOs, CDOs, what do you see? It's that 360-degree, the platform?
Particular to CRM or in general?
Both, in general.
I'll start general and then maybe I go CRM. And from a general sense, I would say AI is 1, 2, and 3. I think every organization knows AI in transforming themselves, coming up with AI-enabled products and services for their customers it's almost an existential threat if they don't.
Yeah.
So every board is consumed with it. Every C-suite is consumed with it. And the majority of the time, they are looking for the CIOs or CDOs to lead it. There is, an emerging trend of chief AI officers.
Okay.
We see how long it lasts, but it's a sign that it's that important, where we need to carve out a very talented leader and have them do nothing but AI. So AI is a big priority, probably the biggest. Cyber has not gone away anywhere, and risk management.
Yes.
And if you think about the current macro environment, responding to global risks, and having workflows that help you manage that risk and instrument, again, every corner of the enterprise is super important. And then the third, I'd say around CRM, that customers are saying, I just have to be better at working for my customers. And what we've done by putting all these elements on one platform is very refreshing. And it's causing them to take a new look at how they are serving their customers and the technology that's underpinning it. So I'd say those three.
Yeah. Last week, I heard someone talking on a conference, people talking about predictive intelligence as well, using it really, the AI, for predictive business models as well.
Yeah.
How do you see that evolving?
I think AI will give us predictions for everything in any company which has a decision tied to it. Will have an AI prediction or recommendation. And what companies will then decide is, when do you let AI make the decision, and when do you still have human in the loop? And I would say, as we're early innings, I'd say the majority, if not 100%, will be human in the loop. But you will start to see, I think, two things. It will be unthinkable for humans to be faced with a decision without an AI recommendation. More and more people will get very used to it. We've gotten used to it in our consumer lives. Amazon, you buy X, it tells you you may like Y and Z. And then you've gotten used to it. Netflix, you could name the consumer service. We'll see that in the enterprise. I have a choice between calling on customer A or B, product B or C. In the customer support case, I could resolve it using path A or B. The AI will increasingly tell you which one is going to have a higher probability of succeeding. And then that will then morph, I think, into some of those you trust the machine to actually start doing.
So it's literally IT or department of technology that are driving business strategies now, business models, more to digital business models.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And with agentic, one of the reasons agentic is super powerful, there's many reasons, but it has the ability to, when faced with a situation, reason what the solution might be, plan what work needs to get executed, not unlike you and I would write down, okay, I need to go do something, and steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for those of us who still write or type it. And then agentic, if it's linked with an execution part of the platform, can then actually go execute those things. And that's what we're seeing in our early adoption of agentic, which is customers will let the reasoning engine, which is non-deterministic by nature, come up with, I think it's steps 1 through 7. The human might say, well, I don't think you should do step 4. That doesn't look right. It'll reformulate the action plan. Okay, now it's steps 1 through 6. Should I go execute this? And you can say, execute 1 through 3 and then check in with me. And it can understand that. Just like you would talk to a coworker. I'm good with steps 1 through 3, but then let's calibrate. See what we do next. It's that powerful.
Is the whole reasoning and opening up the, let's say, the black box of AI is like really understanding as well what's happening and how are decisions or predictives happening and what's happening behind it that help evolving or working with AI for enterprises or the human?
I think AI governance will be, AI governance and risk management will be on the agenda of every chief risk officer. And we've built an AI control tower in our platform, not just for ServiceNow AI, but for any AI that you're using, to answer a few simple questions, but hard to answer. How many AI models are you running today? How many agentic agents? What decisions are they making? What actions have they autonomously taken? Are they running as they should be running, or did something kind of go bump in the night? And those are all, and by what mechanism, who approved this AI model to go in?
Yeah.
Has the data significantly changed that from what the model was actually trained on, such that the efficacy of that model is not what we want it to be?
Yeah.
Those are all things that risk officers are worrying about right now. And we're providing sort of a centralized AI control tower solution and the ability to control other agentic agents that are in it, because who's governing these things? In a world, if you fast forward to, there's 1,000+ agentic agents doing work at any given enterprise, and you could 10x that easily, then who's controlling what they're doing? And you need one central control point. And this is also, by the way, I think where you'll start to see, just like we had the world of before APIs, and microservices, and then there was some standards that were developed with REST APIs, standards for inter-agent communication, I think will start to develop as well.
Yeah, the outlook. So now my question is, if you're looking back at your journey since AI came up, or since now it's more in the market, what is your happy moment in the last year that you had with customers?
Happy moment for me, gosh, so many. Well, when there's a global car company, 300,000+ employees worldwide, massive supply chain. And so talking with them, and they said they deployed our AI solution to field all the questions that were coming from their suppliers. Within 6 weeks, a 50% reduction.
Oh, wow.
50 in 6 weeks. That's how fast this is. I was talking, there was another example where it was sales compensation questions, which are pretty complicated. 4 days to 30 seconds, right? Incredible. If you talk about customer support organizations getting 20 to 25% productivity improvements within literally weeks and months. So this stuff is really real. Customers are banking on it. And what the customers are really excited about now is, okay, I've seen this success. How do I scale it? How do I scale it? Because now I want to take the ServiceNow platform literally in every corner of the business, because I need these outcomes everywhere.
And now looking forward, what's with the new CRM vision that you're having at ServiceNow? What are you looking forward to in now 2025, or what are you wishing for to see?
So many things, I think, and it's really how all of it comes together. So we built our platform to be the AI platform for business transformation. We have CRM solutions to help you with the front office. We have core business services to help you out with things like HR, facilities, finance, etc. And our bedrock of technology solutions. And tech is powering everything. So what I'm excited about is really, I'll call it, unleashing the full power of the ServiceNow platform to our customers and truly helping them get to that exponential value that they're all looking for. And I think the technology's here. Customers are ready. So it's going to be a fun year.
Thank you very much for your insights and sharing them with us.
Yeah, for sure.